Guten Tag. Guten Tag, Herr YouTube. I have, in the famous words of my friend Brian Diamond, I have the kettle ready and brewed with some Korean tea that is delicious. 한국 녹차 너무 사랑해요. Korean tea, I love it. It's really good. Okay, so for today's stream, so last night I was able to finish Dance of the Evergreens, the arrangement. Not done with the mix yet, but done with the arrangement. So I've got like 2 albums worth of material that I've been working on for months and kind of languishing on. And no more of that. No more of that. I need to get le hell on it and release this stuff and get it up and going. So that is the goal today. This is a song called Moroccan Sandstorm. I've released it a while ago, actually. So if you're on my channel, you can open up another tab and check it out. It's in my original music playlist, Moroccan Sandstorm. The video, it was at the time it was good, and I'm fine with leaving the video on that. But to release it on the album, I've gotten a lot better since then. Especially via mixing, and so I want to fix it. I want to fix it, the mixer. So here we go. So you are going to be able to watch me do some mixing today. Okay, and so I gotta remember where I'm at. So we'll just give it kind of a listen through first and foremost, so that you can hear the song in its current state. Oh, all right. Problem number 1. Do we have like a SMPTE offset here? What's happening? Let's see in Logic's preferences. So the problem is that it is starting, the beginning of the song is starting well into the audio. Here, let's see this. So let's take a look at our tempo changes. Are we all like out of sync totally? Ooh, yeah. Oh, I wonder if it is sample rate. Did I originally record this at 44.1? That is the question. So show me in the global tracks. I wonder if that's it. All right. This may screw up the stream. Let's see, shall we? Let's test. 44.1, here we go. I'll be back shortly if it screws it up. All right. Now, this should be outputting audio, and we were at 44.1, and I bet that fixed. No, those are still looking not. Okay. I would call that not fixed. That is not the correct answer. Um, excellent. Excellent. This is a freaking mess. I love it. All right, let's try this again. So this time, instead of stopping the stream, let's see if I can just fix it real time. I'm going to go back to 48. Cool. All right. Hey, look at that. Not too bad. A real-time sample rate change. And let's see if I can hear it. I'm going to bear with any duplicity here. Stream delay. Ah, and it worked. All right, cool. I like it. Okay, this is very, very good. All right, now we're back. Well, no, we're not good yet. Oh, I know what we can do. There's a cool little feature within Logic. So I'm going to select all. And then, what is it? We are going to move to original recording position. Check out this little shortcut. This will save your bacon. So something happened to the project. I don't know what, and I don't really want to try to figure it out right now because it's really frustrating. So move to original recording position. This will return it. So Logic burns in the SMPTE time. Booyaka sauce. But why? Okay, so that sort of worked. Oh, you know what? I bet I was doing some beat mapping maybe? Let's see. How are we? Woo! Yeah, still no good. No bueno. Das ist kein bueno. Move to original recording position. Nope. Well, normally, I would say there was this really cool feature that now is not working. Okay, so now we need to check SMPTE offset. So let's see, project, settings, synchronization, bar position 1, enable separate SMPTE view offset plays at 1. What in the hell happened to this project? No wonder I came back. Okay, so let's just try manually. Manually dragging. Oh man, this is gonna be hella fun, isn't it? Okay, so let's see here. How many tracks do we have? So those hits look like they're ever so slightly off. Let's see. Let's zoom in. Something happened to this project. And I haven't opened it in a while. Oh, hey, look, I think I've got an alternative. Project alternative, Moroccan Sandstorm new. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's cancel that. I think that's what I did. So I had like an original version of the song. Project alternative, let's see if I was smart. I'm gonna not save that. There's my beautiful desktop. And OS X, for some reason, when I've got dual displays, does not like to save my desktop backgrounds that I set up. I don't know why. I love that tea. Okay. So, How did this turn out? Is this like a really old version or something? Where are we at? There it is. All right, so tip number 1. What just happened? I created a, let me go through it in Logic, right? So up here, we have project alternatives. So back in the old days of Logic, if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to try a remix of a song or a different version or something like that, right? I would have to save a copy of the project, right? And then do all my stuff and hope that it goes well. Well, not so anymore. Now we have project alternatives that are built into the project itself that'll use common assets, but you can still essentially treat it, treat it as project copies, right? So what I did there, obviously, was I think I attempted to start a mix, and something happened with that attempt, and it failed miserably. And so that's why I had all that trouble just now trying to find it. So what I did, though, anytime I do that, anytime I'm about to start like a new phase of the project, like if it's not tracking and now I'm going to start doing like some time correction, you know, and things like, or pitch correction, mixing, anything like that, I save a new alternative. That way I've got like an end state of like, okay, here's the way it was when it was finished tracking, and I know that that's good. Everything's in its right place, to quote Radiohead. And so now I can do that. So I saved my own bacon here by doing that backup scheme. So I went back, this is I just got done tracking phase. Everything is in the correct position, not super organized, but it's at least all there. And so now I can begin the mix. So pro tip, make project alternatives and save states as you're about to transition to different phases. It's really important. There it is, Moroccan Sandstorm. That is totally unmixed. So it's just kind of a sloppy mess at the moment. All right, so first things first, let's go through and we're gonna flatten and merge all the things. so that we can process them, because sometimes certain tasks that you want to do on a region, certain tasks on a region won't work well, essentially, if you do that. So let's see real quick. I'm getting a YouTube message on my stream health. Let's see here if I can fix it in real time. Can I fix it? Output in progress, quality may be reduced. Okay. Quality of the new destination will be reduced. Okay, got it. Keyframing. It wants me to keyframe. Current keyframe is 6.8 seconds. Authenticate for encoding presets. Live stream 2, yes. Use backup server automatically start events. Well, hopefully it should improve here shortly. Let's refresh. Welcome back. Still red. All right, so I'm going to stop the stream for a second and then restart, and we will continue on with streaming is resumed, apparently. And let me test audio. I want to hear myself in duplicate. And there it is. All right, sweet. Audio is coming through. I like it. Okay, so back to, we are on Moroccan Sandstorm, and we're doing a mix. And so I just flattened and merged everything. Let's go ahead and do a little savey. All right, next up, to make things easier. So it says shaker, but yeah, so this is the next step, is cleaning it up and getting ready for mixing. Not the sexiest task, but very critical. Makes life so much easier once it's... Okay, so these are all rhythm instruments, good. So let's call this, let's assign a track stack. And we'll make a signing stack, and this will be perk. Good old perk. And I like to be very organized. I don't know, just do. I like icons to match and everything. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, I'm weird. Okay, so next up, let's get everything colored and named. So this is another thing I like to do in the mixing phase. All right, so typically for, oh, you know what, and let's call this drums and percussion, because there's going to be some drums later. Drums and percussion. And that'll be like the master. No, we want this to be treated differently because those are E drums. Okay, I had it right the first time. Moving along, colors. Give me track headers. Assign track components. Yes, I do want to protect tracks. Yes, I do like to freeze. I would like for you to show me the track color bars, and I do also want to see track alternatives. Cool. Save. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So under percussion now, we are going to go with that green row. Okay, and then the book. Very good. And then the kalimba. I'll treat that separately. Okay, yeah, I'll treat that separately. Okay, cool. So we've got our percussion group. Wait a second. Did I just color regions? Okay, I've got to figure this out. I don't know if this is a bug in Logic or by design. So let's see here. Key commands. Edit. Show hide colors is option C. Good. And then color tracks by region color. Option Shift Command C. Okay. Option Shift Command C. Okay, so I guess it is not a global application. So then Option Shift Command C. There we go. Okay. And likewise, and likewise, and likewise. I love key commands, and you should too. Key commands are golden. All right, percussion is colored. Oh yeah, so here's another thing. Let's go to the mixer. All right, so this is an older project. Clearly not as organized. So these days I've got like templates built with like everything, right? And I color coordinate everything. Everything's already pre-built, pre-routed. A lot of times pre-mixed a little bit. And that's just, and it works so much better. It's so much more efficient. I was just cutting my teeth on doing that kind of stuff a little bit and kind of fumbling around in the dark when I was doing this project. So one of the things that I was trying to do was monitor wet effects as I'm recording through Logic. Okay, so now here's the inherent weakness of that. Anytime you add a bus within Logic, you introduce more latency. Now, if you've got a fast computer and a fast interface and lots of RAM and everything, then that's fine, right? No big deal. You can make it happen. But if you are tracking, you have to go into low latency mode, which essentially cancels out any bus sends. If you've ever looked at it, open up the mixer and then enable low latency mode. Watch what happens. So I guess I should clarify that. What it actually does, let's record enable here. Oh, okay, see, there we go. So check out this track right here. So see what it did? It's disabling the sends on this track to keep the latency low. And I believe since I've got enough RAM, now my CPU is up a little bit because I'm also streaming right now and kind of doing more intensive stuff. But if you check it out, it's disabling the sends, right? So you have to deal with the latency if you want to hear your effects, and so it's not a good way to do it. So since I've got an RME Fireface 802, and I shall put that in chat for anybody who's curious, if you'd like to see it. RME Fireface 802, and I think there's even a model of that now. That's what I'm using. It has built-in digital signal processing, DSP. So what that means is that at the hardware level, I can actually assign reverb and delay, EQ, and a compressor on the channels that I'm monitoring. So it's kind of like there's no reason to run it through Logic because the hardware will do it almost near instantaneously and at the hardware level, and it doesn't get printed to the recording, and so it's super flexible. So what I've ended up doing is I've kind of transitioned for all things monitoring while I'm tracking. I've moved over to RME, and I've got snapshots set up, and it's really nice. So anyway, that's a long way to talk about a short problem, which is that I'm going to go through first and foremost of all of these freaking sends because they're just not going to help me at all. So we'll go, looks like right there. Yes, so all these sends are not helping my mix at the moment. Now I'm going to create new sends, don't get me wrong, but these are not it. And then are these post fader? Okay, cool. Post fader is fine for reverb. No problem there. All right. So now we've got kind of a fresh slate. Now why do I have a group for shakers when there's only one? Is there more than one shaker? Did I miss it? Balalaika, acoustic bass. Okay. Okay, so next thing is we want to name these regions. The name and color. Name regions by tracks. Yes. Cool. All right, percussion organized. Very cool. Kalimba. I don't know if I'm going to put that in percussion yet. I'll come back to that. Okay, so next up, balalaikas. And don't really have a balalaika icon, but I'll use a zither, not a zither, like a oud type, the oud instrument to kind of visually show me. And now that there's custom, I've actually made custom icons. Let me see, I forgot if I put the balalaika in there. Custom icon, oh yeah, it dumped all my freaking icons. Damn you, Logic. All right, I'll do that later. Okay, cool, so that's acoustic bass. Acoustic bass, good. Let's make sure. Yeah. And there's DI. Okay, cool. So this is acoustic bass DI. I kind of talked about this in one of the other streams, but I like to what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so for recording, when recording an acoustic instrument, I record it stereo with microphone. So I've got a matched pair of Rode NT55s, and then I'll record it DI as well. So 3 tracks total to record one instrument. So I've got like a stereo XY recording to get the fine detail of the instrument, and then DI to get kind of the meat, more oomph of the instrument. So that's what I've got here. And I think I'm gonna need to group bass together. Yeah, there's my electric bass. Oh yeah, and the lighting track that I used for the video. Cool. Okay, since I'm not done organizing, so this is just the organization phase. I know that all this stuff is right, and I'm not really like moving anything. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this task, and I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to create that new alternative. I'm going to save as a new alternative, and that's where I'll go in and delete the track, because I want to leave this. I used this project for the video and drove the lighting that I had. What screen am I on? Okay, cool. I don't know if you can see it. You can probably see me turning red a little bit once the screen rotates. There we go. So you can see the red on my face. I use these lights, and I trigger them via MIDI using Intec DMXs as an interface so that it's DMX controlled via MIDI, and you can run it inside of Logic. Pretty cool. Recommend if you need to get into lighting. T, always important. Okay, so balalaikas, cool. Balalaikas, what am I doing? Balalaikas, I'm going to make same color-ish. Okay, I like it. There's my different balalaika takes, and I think that's all of them. Yep, cool. Let's go ahead and group them to, and my new little keyboard shortcut, which was Shift, Option, Command, C. Yes. Okay. Yes. And yes. Cool. That worked. And then we will, hey, that is not the key command I said. And then we will create a track stack, which was Shift Command D. But I'll just click it because I'm right there. Okay, and we'll call these balalaika group. Or no, just balalaikas. Keep it simple, stupid. And track color, I'll make it match, whatever. Okay? Balalaikas, good. Next up is acoustic basses. So the song is divided up into 2 sections. The first half is like this kind of like acoustic ensemble. So I named the song as a way to generate some creative direction. So that's why, like, I've got balalaikas, which are Russian, but I call the song Moroccan Sandstorm. So I get it. Not doesn't quite make sense. And I am referring more to the melodic elements within the song when I say that. But So I started out with the name and then started writing, and then the balalaika just seemed to fit, and so I rolled with it. Oh, hello, chimes. I gotta watch that. And what was it? Oh yeah, so the first half is this like acoustic ensemble, and what I was thinking is like Bedouins around the campfire telling stories, you know, kind of vibe. So if we listen. Okay, so that's the first half. It's this like acoustic ensemble with darbukas and like everything all acoustic and kind of proto, not super proto, but you know, like world instrument vibe. Then the second part of the song has this huge transition. Now into like this like dark future, you know, like techno, not techno, technical electric future kind of thing of a different take and a different key of the same theme. So I wanted the synth to kind of, you know, hint at this like earlier thing, like to sort of stay with this like organic acoustic vibe. So I use like an omnisphere patch for that. But then everything else, and then the riff is essentially related on the guitar, but everything else is pretty much now electric, including the bass. So I got to treat these two as like different sections. I can't totally group them all together because they're just really drastically different. Now I want to make them blend, but I will do that through two different sub mixes to make it happen. All right, another lengthy explanation for a very simple concept. Acoustic bass, we're going to keep these together, and we're actually going to make a group for these. Oh, and look at that, it's already created. So we just need, oh, and look at that, it's already bass and bass. So then I need to edit the settings. Volume and mute, no, because I may want to blend the levels. Editing and selection, yes. Quantize locked, yes. And record enable should be yes. Track zoom, sure. Okay. So I'm setting the group settings. I made these to a group, so because they're going to be phase locked essentially the whole time, right? It's two of the same performance. I'm turning them into a group. So now they are. Okay, track color now for bass. Let's give it a deep blue for bass. Sure. And then my new keyboard shortcut, which is that. All right. Rolling. And then I'm going to put all the basses together too. So I want to kind of keep these sectionally coherent as well. So this is drums. I'm going to make some buses for that eventually. Drums can stay green, but let's make them, there you go, slightly different. Okay, acoustic guitar, yellow, because why not? And that's a tiny little riff anyway, so sure, and sure. And a little keyboard shortcut there, and a little keyboard shortcut there. Electric guitars. Let's make these shades of purple. And then the reverse, yeah, that reversed EBO thing. And does it work all together? Let's see. Oh yeah, nice. I like it. And we are going to group these. So let's track stack them. stutter edit. I forgot what I'm actually stuttering on. Audio 20, which is reverse guitar. Got it. Okay, so that's fine. And let's actually put that, let's make it a little more obvious. And we shall color it as well to make it go along. It needs to go in the track stack, please. Okay. And then my little keyboard shortcut. Cool. And why did that? I don't know why that stayed. Do I have any other buses that don't need to be there? Okay, the reverb bus is fine. Oh yeah, these guys with the physical outputs. So those can go away. Receive signal from an active bus routing. Does it now? It shouldn't. Alright, whatever. Yeah, they're just gonna have to go. They're just gonna have to go. Because I'm not using them anymore. Period. Okay, so goodbye. I'm breaking my little rule of finishing the organization, but those don't even need to be in the original project anymore. So I broke my rule. There you go. Okay, ARP synth. Oh yeah, this is the whatchamacallit. Let's see. So that's the ARP synth. Cool. What color should it be? Blue. Because why not? Okay. Oh, and there's an acoustic lead. Oh, that's right. There's another acoustic part in the ending. I forgot about that. Okay, cool. Those can also be yellow. Acoustic guitar fret. What was I doing there? Gain, spread, input 2. Nothing's on it. Okay. Nothing's on it. See ya. And let's get to colors. There you go. Keyboard shortcut. Okay. And I'll move you up there. And so I think now is probably a good time to create the acoustic guitar bus. Summing stack. Create track stack. Okay, Shift Command D. All right, so whenever I see myself doing that a lot, I just go ahead and learn the keyboard shortcut and practice it a few times. So Shift Command Z, and we'll call these AGs. All right, and let's make it obvious. I like to dummy-proof my projects so that I can like come back to it months later, like I am right now, and actually know what the hell I was doing. So I didn't do that, obviously, on this one, so now I'm having to go back and relearn my project, which is taking some time. Good to do, and it's going to save me time once this is done, but I should have just done it from the outset. Okay, so there's our ARP synth, and then we have electric bass, which I was, I think, assigning like blue, maybe? Oh, 2 different colors, look at that. There we go. All right, so I think that takes care of everything. Oh, yep, you need to become the right color. You need to be labeled correctly. Electric guitar. Oh, EG. Hey, there you go. I'm a real engineer now. I say EG instead of electric guitars. Let's make it obvious. Cool. Okay, so acoustic guitars, got it. Basses, that's what we need to do. Let's put all the basses together. Even though they're different, I'll still mix them differently, but they're gonna go to the same bus. So create track stack, there we go. And these will be basses, or just bass. Keeping it simple. Guitar, oh, bass, there we go. And yeah, call it bass. Okay, so we got synths. Oh, and the kalimba. I didn't decide what I'm gonna do with kalimba. Let's give it a color of teal-ish. Don't know why. Okay, kalimba. That's not a kalimba, and I realize that, but notice here there's no kalimba icon. I guess it's sort of like a xylophone more, maybe. I need to add my own custom icons. Okay, and drums are separate, and then kalimba percussion will be separate. All right, cool. I think we're in a good spot. It's more organized. You can see what's going on, and now it's a really manageable project. So let's save. And then now let's do a new alternative. And I want to overwrite that one. Mix one, because that was Shiza. Ah, doesn't like it. I have to delete it after the fact. Okay. Moroccan Sandstorm mix one with no parentheses. Okay, so now back into the alternatives. I don't want to get confused or forget. Edit alternatives. There we go. And let's kill this abomination. Yes, that one is done. And then that one is the like way original one that I did, obviously back in the day. Moroccan Sandstorm mix one. Cool, here we are. Okay, now in mix one, I'm gonna kill this light track because we don't need that anymore. Perfect. Excelente. All right, I think that is good from project organization standpoint. I'm going to take a little break and then I will come back to some more